just going to start in on the subdivision modeling with the drawing new from scratch, and I'll choose my block here, go to an isometric view, draw my block, and for now I'll just go with the default sizes here. So with the gripper enabled, if I try to manipulate this model or otherwise use the gripper functionality, it works on the object as a whole. So what I want to do is use this subdivision tool. In this case I'm going to use the Catmull Clark and click on my object a couple times, and you see that works on the smoothing level. But the other thing it does is now I want to come back and use my deep select It lets me pick just a particular face, or if I hold the shift key down I can pick multiple faces or whatnot. But in this case I just want this face here. Again, always look up at the top of the application. Notice the option to drag copy is available. So I'll hit my option key, I'll grab the arrow portion of the gripper tool, and I'll slide that out a couple times, and again release option, and I'll do the same thing, holding the option key down a third time. I've got that going. I'll use my space bar plus the left mouse button to pan over. And now on the end here, rather than use the handle on the arrow on the gripper tool, I'm going to use the scaling boxes here, and again I'm going to hold the shift key down, and this time I'm going to be sliding it in on the red axis. So hold the option key down, slide that in. Now notice what happens closely in this scenario. I'm actually not going to want it to notice this little red rectangle. You want to make sure that stays inside the existing one. And I'll let go of that. And actually let me undo that because I think I've done that a couple times now by accident. So we'll get it back to there, and we'll do the same thing. I'm just going to do this one time, but again I want to make sure that red rectangle at the end on the face that's selected is within the confines of the existing one. Otherwise you end up with a messy smesh. Alright, so that looks about right. Now I'm going to go and work on the front portion here, and I'll hold my shift key down, get that over here, and so now we'll go to right side view. We'll do a top view first, and this time I'm going to use the selection tool, and I'm going to hold my shift key down to grab all the endpoints, and as long as the gripper tool is set to center of selected, my gripper should end up in the middle of my spoon, and I can just manipulate it like that. Let's just undo that, because actually what we want to do is bring those sides in. effectively what you're doing here as well is you are, if we look at this from a different angle, notice that because I selected from the top view, all of the subdivision components are selected, so it's affecting the whole object. So along with that, I believe I can grab the blue arrow and manipulate it. And it's not exactly what I want, so we'll undo that. Back to top view here, and this time I'm just going to grab the 4 inside components. Again, I'll shift to a side view, and because all the 4 inside components are being manipulated, I can kind of get more of a spooned out shape. Maybe I'll do that a little bit more. More like a soup spoon or a ladle. Similarly, if I go back to the top view and grab these elements, go to my side view, pan that over there again, and this time I'm going to pull this up. But notice I've got the actual spoon getting adjusted in this case, so we don't want that. See if I can just open that deselect. I can probably just let's go back to top view, and maybe that'll work. So just going with this portion. There we go. Can do that, and something like that. Now I'll go here. One other thing you can do is we'll render, and I'll make sure my set to metal is going. And we got a nice gold spoon going. Got for render options, I've got shadows on, anti-aliasing, and a drop shadow.